Okay, welcome to the Google AdWords keyword tool. And before we actually jump into it, one little tip to start. When you actually go to access the Google AdWords keyword tool, you should always do it via your Google AdWords account. Now, I'm logged into my Google AdWords account here. And if you're not familiar with where to find it, you just go to a tab at the top here, Reporting and Tools. And you'll see here, keyword tool. Just click on that and of course, just like magic, it appears. Now, the reason I say this rather than just going to google.com and just typing the AdWords keyword tool and accessing it that way is very simple, and I'll show you why. If I put in a key term here, for example, like stop smoking, and I click search, what will happen is, there you go, it returns all the different key terms. But if I scroll to the bottom, it gives us 650. It's returned 650 different keyword terms. Now, the interesting thing is, if you access it outside your Google AdWords account, it will only return a maximum of 100. So ideally, always do it via your Google AdWords account. So to get the maximum amount of keyword and key phrases from this amazing keyword tool. Now, first and foremost, as you can see, I've just put a term in here, stop smoking. It's returned down the page, all these different terms. Now, this little tab here by default comes unchecked. Now, nearly everybody, as I know anyway, doesn't tick it. But I suggest to everybody that you should. Now, it's saying it only shows ideas closely related to my search terms. Well, I personally like to use it, and here's the reason why. You click search, and again it's returned the key terms. If we scroll down, okay, now we're up to 778, so it's added another 128 keywords and key terms to your list. Now, other areas of this to get the best out of, and first of all, let's have a look how it all comes out. If we look at this little tab here, it says columns. The ones that are ticked are presently showing on our dashboard, so to speak. We've got competition, global monthly searches, but we can also add more. Like if we were doing a pay-per-click campaign, we can get average cost per click, ad share, also search share, and also extract from web page. And I'll show you exactly what that means. Now, if we just added, let's say for example, a couple of these, we'll click save, and as soon as it loads, you'll see that these actually appear here on the right hand side along with the ones we've already got. So what does it actually mean? First of all, we've got competition. This is telling us on a pay-per-click campaign the levels of competition for each particular keyword. So in this case here, it will show high competition. This one will probably show medium competition. And we can scroll down here and we'll probably get low competition. Okay, which is crazy for stop smoking. I find that's crazy for that to be low competition. But anyway, the other thing is that you can see which ones are most popular for global searches. Also local monthly searches. Well, this will be for the country you're actually targeting. Now in here I've specified United Kingdom. So it's given me the results here for the UK, and also local search trends. And this is really pretty important because these little blocks obviously are denoting January, February, March, April, May, etc. And it's interesting obviously with this key term stop smoking that January is a very popular month for people who want to quit smoking with their New Year's resolutions. And of course, like with everything, it's just like a bit of a staircase and going down all the way for the rest of the year and then builds up again in January. Here also we have the estimated cost per click. Now this is a pretty competitive market, the term I've used, so you can see it's pretty expensive. Now what I would also do, if we go to the left hand side here, you can see match types. Now these are the three areas that you can sort of advertise under Google AdWords CPC. But as we're really using it for specific search results that we would want for our WordPress sites, I would normally put it in just phrase and exact and get rid of broad. Okay, so then we're going to get highly targeted terms and the search volume that basically goes with them. Okay, So, this is, because what exact and phrase, it's much more targeted than broad. Okay? In essence, you could have stop smoking. In the world of Google, if you're doing a pay-per-click campaign, if that term, technically, if anybody put in the term smoking or even stop into a search phrase into Google, then your ad technically could show. So it's not really that targeted. Now, with exact and phrase, for example, here's an example of a exact match that has these particular brackets around it. If an ad would only show if actually somebody typed in stop smoking. Okay? And the same thing for any one of these terms. Phrase match is when you have it in these little parentheses or inverted commas, so to speak. And what happens is that if anyone types in this term, okay, and it's in a sentence or a search query that they put in, and it's anywhere in there, then your ad would show. But from a traffic perspective, what we're doing with WordPress, these are all great terms, the actual Google keyword tool is returning to us all great terms that we know that have or don't have the volume that we need to target. So that's really what we're using this for, is with regards to WordPress. And also the trends is important, because you may want to do a campaign on your particular site or sites and up the amount of content that you're posting out in any particular month, because we know there's more people searching in that particular month for a product or service than there would be in another particular month of the year. Now, also within the Google AdWords tool, we have something here that's called advanced options. So what we could do here, and this is something really important, because most people just miss it. All they ever do is put a term in and just get search results. But it can be broken down. And first and foremost, what we can do, we can target any country. Now, in my case, I was doing the United Kingdom, but I can quite happily change it to the United States, or as such, any country in the world for that matter. And of course, we can pick different languages. Okay? Different languages. Again, that's important. Include specific content. Well, in this case, we're going to leave that unchecked. We don't want to include any adult ideas. Show ideas and statistics for. We have this set for desktop and laptop devices. But of course, we could check for all mobile devices or a specific type of WAP device or mobile device with full internet browser. It's all down to ultimately what your choice is and what you're marketing. Finally, we can actually filter keywords. So we can do it on local monthly searches, or we have a choice. We can go for global searches. We can actually check out for the competition, estimated cost per click, or even the search share. So if we actually put for competition here, we could actually say, well, hang on a second. If we're doing a PPC campaign or something, we will target to a specific WordPress site of ours, and we want to basically target the terms that have low competition in the advertising sector. We would just click low, and again we'd click search, and straight away what would happen is here you'll see Google will start showing us in all the terms that have low competition in the advertising sector. Alternatively, we could uncheck that and go high, and we could see where all the high competitors, sorry, that will change. We can see who has the high competition for keywords and phrases here. So it's really your choice. Play around with it, have some fun, because it's an amazing tool. And the great thing, guys, it's free. It's free. There's so many keyword tools out there that say they do these amazing things, but personally, I don't think there's anything better than this. I use it all the time. I highly recommend you do, and get used to it. Do the things that basically other people aren't doing with it to get the most out of it, and dominate the competition.